Okay, ship supply. Do you have any numbers or forecasts for capacity increases across the industry this year, just in terms of that overall fleet?
Yes. So overall new container ship supply that's going to be delivered this year will exceed 3 million TEUs. And as of the first 4 months of the year, we are very much on track to hit this 3 million TEU number. In percentage terms, this 3 million TEUs will translate to a net growth of over 9%, even after adjusting for scrapping. So, in terms of ship supply, we do have a considerable number of new ships that we have to contend with.
And with those sort of delivery levels, presumably, if everything stays equal, we'll see some downward pressure on spot rates. Obviously, there's a lot of other factors in there, though.
Yeah, the good news is that the Red Sea has taken up all of the excess tonnage so far. So, as I pointed out earlier, there is a shortage of ships in the market, at least for now. And this situation, I expect, is going to last at least until the end of the summer, which will take us through October. So, as I said before, the Red Sea situation has been an absolute game changer for the industry, and it has turned the supply and demand equation completely upside down. I think that some of the more bearish analysts have been overly negative in calling for a far larger correction in freight rates this year. And I think the carriers themselves have been equally guilty of this, because I believe that they've been overly conservative in their earnings guidance for this year. If you followed what Maersk and Hapag-Lloyd and some of the other carriers have said about their earnings projections for this year, I think that it is unnecessarily negative. To be clear, we haven't seen rates collapse to pre-Red Sea levels right now, like what some of the analysts had suggested previously. And in fact, we have seen some recent strengths in freight rates on a few trade lanes. For example, to Latin America, we have seen rates rebound very strongly for cargo from Asia to South America in the past month. And I also expect to see that the carriers will get some of the rate hikes that they're pushing for in May. So again, I don't see it as all doom and gloom for this year. And again, we have the Red Sea crisis to thank for all this.
Okay, and what happens if there's a resolution to the Red Sea crisis and the Suez Canal opens up again, just in theory?
Now, of course, if that happens, we will have a complete collapse in freight rates, a complete reversal again of this supply and demand situation. Because once one or two of the main carriers go back to the Suez, the rest of the market will simply have to follow. So when that happens, what we will see is that 6 to 8% that's been diverted to the Cape will then go back to the market, and that new capacity coming back to the market within a very short span of time will cause a immediate collapse in freight rates. I just don't see how this can be stopped. So when that happens, of course, carriers' earnings will completely crash, and we are going to go back to the fourth quarter 23 scenario again. When you see line starts to report massive losses, only this time is going to be worse because of that huge supply overhang. But having said all that, I do not expect to see a quick resolution to the Middle East crisis. And again, my base case is that this crisis in the Red Sea is going to drag out for many more months and perhaps even turn into a multi year issue. So, this is a scenario that I think the market needs to prepare for as well.